Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Chicago PD Season 10 premiere explains why it's time for Jay Halstead, Jesse Lee Soffer, to leave Hank Voight's Jason Baig Intelligence Unit. Warning, contains spoilers for Chicago PD Season 10. The Chicago PD Season 10 premiere secretly reveals why Jay Halstead, Jesse Lee Soffer, needs to leave intelligence. Part of Hank Voight's Jason Baig initial deal to spearhead the PD unit was that he can personally handpick the members of his specialized police force cell. That means each member of intelligence has a designated role, so losing even just one disrupts their whole operations. This is why there's so much concern over Halstead's impending departure from Voight's squad. When news broke out that Soffer is leaving Chicago PD Season 10, not a lot of details were revealed. This prompted several questions, including how exactly Halstead will be written out of the show. His forthcoming exit is much trickier to execute because he has just gotten married to his longtime partner, Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos, and made a breakthrough with his complicated relationship with Voight. Despite this, the Chicago PD Season 10, Episode 1 titled Let It Bleed secretly offered an explanation why it's time for him to exit the One Chicago Police procedural. The action-packed Chicago PD Season 10 premiere mainly focused on the fallout from the Season 9 finale, which featured the death of Voight's civilian informant, CIA, Anna Avalos, Carmela Zambaldo, which in turn put pressure on the already volatile dynamic among Halstead, Upton, and Voight. Unlike his wife, Halstead puts up with Voight's disregard for intelligence, consistently defending his actions and refusing to call him out on his questionable decisions. This is surprising considering that Halstead tends to be the one to confront Voight for his past suspicious behaviors. Simply put, it seems like Halstead has become like every member of intelligence, followers of Voight, and loyal to a fault. Unfortunately, the team doesn't need any more of this. The fact that Halstead can question some of Voight's choices is what makes him so valuable to intelligence. Without that, he doesn't really add anything new to the squad's dynamic, and that's bad for Chicago PD's storytelling. Aside from confirming the report that Halstead is leaving Chicago PD, Soffer has been mum about the matter. NBC has also revealed very little about the real reason for his departure, leaving space for speculation that like Kelly Giddish, who has been allegedly forced out of Law and Order SVU, the actor has also been booted out of the Dick Wolf-produced procedural. There hasn't been any concrete proof to back this up, and until an official reason is revealed by either Soffer or NBC, it's best to not make any assumptions. In any case, this isn't the first time that an actor chooses to leave a project after working on it for years. Chicago Fire just lost Matthew Casey in Season 10 after Jesse Spencer decided to return to Australia with his family, rather than continue living in Chicago, where the One Chicago shows are being filmed. Halstead was meant to be Voight's intelligence replacement after functioning as the team's moral compass for years. His change in demeanor towards the sergeant, however, somehow makes him less valuable to Chicago PD's overall dynamic. That doesn't mean that he won't be sorely missed on the show. Luckily, however, Upton has shown signs that she is willing to hold Voight accountable, a role that her husband has long played. Warning. Spoilers ahead for Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 2. Chicago Fire Season 11 just revealed a big problem in Kelly Severite's, Taylor Kinney, future as a married man. Rescue Squad 3's lieutenant is one of the best firefighters in Chicago and is definitely hailed as the best one in Firehouse 51 by his peers. After he married his longtime girlfriend and fellow firefighter, Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo, in that Chicago Fire Season 10 finale, the first responder procedural now needs to actively develop his new role as a husband and family man. Severite's marriage started on a rough patch after his honeymoon was ambushed. Luckily, both he and his wife survived the ordeal unscathed, allowing them to fully return to work at Firehouse 51. In the Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 2. Every scar tells a story. He and his team welcome a new candidate in Joe Cruz's, Joe Minoso, foster son, Javi, Carlos S. Sanchez, who quickly becomes enamored by Severide after learning some of his most impressive accomplishments as a firefighter. This poses a problem for Severide's future kids if they ever decide to join the fire department or any first responder organization in Dick Wolf's latest franchise. Following his long stint at Firehouse 51 in Chicago Fire, not to mention his regular moonlighting with the arson office, Severide has made a name for himself as one of the most prolific firefighters in the city. Given this, his kids will be under constant pressure to perform at the same standards as their dad. The fact that he is married to another brilliant firefighter in Stella Kidd somehow makes this worse, as that will only add to people's expectations of future Severide children. Luckily for them, both of their parents are also good people, which means that instead of constantly hammering this to their future children, they will be protective of their well-being and happiness instead. Now that they are finally married, it's curious what's next for Severide and Kidd as a couple in Chicago Fire Season 11. The natural progression dictates that they get pregnant, but that may not be in the cards, at least not yet. Tying the knot was already a big step for the pair. After getting engaged, they went back and forth with their decision, and at one point, they almost backed out of it altogether following Kidd's disappearance. Given this, not to mention the attempt in their lives during their honeymoon, it's safe to say that Kidd and Severide are not rushing to have kids. Instead, they are more focused on enjoying each other as husband and wife, as well as excelling in their respective jobs. As exciting as it would be to see Kidd and Severide as parents in Chicago Fire, it's arguably for the better that they don't have kids yet. Both are currently occupied with their jobs at Firehouse 51. Severide continues to spearhead Rescue Squad 3, while Kidd deals with Firehouse 51's newest firefighter. Hopefully down the road, however, the pair gets to work on building their family knowing how good they would be with their future kids. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Fast Gossip 24, and stay with us.